I'm Nancy Christopherson with Longarm Quilting Academy in Fort Worth, and I have a lot of people that have been asking me to do a little bit about pantographs. Pantographs are very simple. They're really nice to have a design on your quilt without having to actually know a quilting design. So what you do is you put your needle down in your top left corner of your quilt, and then you arrange your paper pantograph. Now, if you notice, I have this plastic over the top of mine. Let me get down here. You can either tape the paper directly to your table with painter's tape, or you can get one of these grids. The good thing about the grid is that it'll hold it down, but you also can mark on it, like if you're doing a corner and you want to make your design fit that corner, you can actually draw on it. Or say that you have a design that you drew yourself and you want to just copy it on computer paper, you can just stack them in here and run down that line. When you're doing pantographs, you've got your needle down over there at your start point. So position your laser where it will start on there, just like it does on the fabric. Then, when you're doing laser work, you don't want to look at that red laser light. If you look at that red laser light, you're going to have many more mistakes. You're going to get frustrated and you're not going to like it. Just think about when you drive. When you drive, you look at the hood of your car, or do you look 2 car lengths ahead? If you look at the hood of your car, then you're going to have a collision before you could react. And it's the same thing here. If you look at right where the laser is, you're going to make a mistake before you can pull yourself out of it. But if you look ahead an inch or 2 and follow that, then you'll be able to correct yourself before you have that mistake. The one thing that I try to tell people, a good way to remember, is remember when we were kids, we used to get those dot-to-dot pictures that we could draw, and you would just go from one dot to the other. You had no idea what the picture was, but you just went from one dot to another. So I tell people, if you do that here, it'll be the same thing. Look at it, see what kind of curve it goes, and look at the next intersection. So you turn your machine on. You don't want to go real slow, because then you'll get a lot of wiggling like grandma's handwriting. But you want to give it a nice slow speed, but not a crawl. So you just turn your machine on, get yourself positioned over here where you're comfortable, and follow the design. Remember, always looking ahead of where you really want to be. Did you notice how every time I get to a point, I kind of hesitate? That's so that it can do one extra little stitch and not have a cross stitch over there, okay? So make sure that you kind of hesitate every time you get to a point. Okay, another thing is, did you notice how open my design is? When you're first beginning, you don't want to get a design that the lines are really close together. Because if they're really close together and you're off the line a bit, you might cross over that other line. Where this way, if you have it nice and open, you have a little bit of time to get relaxed with it. If you get over the line a little bit, nobody knows what that line was except you and that pantograph. When you take that quilt off, nobody's going to know that you weren't exactly on the line. Then you have to go around and look at your quilt. And look at how good your design comes out. You look like you've been quilting for years. In the next video, I'll show you how to roll your pantograph to the next row. Thank you.